I'm one of those people that does not see a whole lot of difference between the public, private, and nonprofit sector when it comes to the reality, the day-to-day reality of the organization. That you have similar sets of challenges, similar leadership issues, all kinds of internal politics and external challenges that are there no matter what kind of tax you pay. So I think what we're talking about has real implication for other organizations too, and I do not see any exemplary models to the extent that there's been adoption and adaptation of new media tools by civil society. It's still very new. That's the first thing. I guess stepping back and looking at this from sort of the balcony, as Ron Heifetz talks about, I think there are 2 or 3 things we need to keep in mind about this as this train keeps moving down the track. One is that this notion of community is at its core, and that really these tools are in service to a larger purpose. And that larger purpose is really to help foster a deeper understanding and bringing to reality a more sustainable, just society that really will work for us in our common human future. So there's a larger set of values of virtue, the public virtue that Michael Sandel talks about so eloquently, I think lies at the core of this. And secondly, the notion of stakeholder tends to be a divide and conquer framework in this day and age. It's quite ironic that we'll have an explosion of borders and a flattening of the world, as Tom Friedman writes about it, and yet we're still using language that divides people into different groups. Well, the truth is that you can be a stakeholder wearing multiple hats. You can be a shareholder, you can be an employee, you're certainly a member of the community, you're concerned about the quality of life. And therefore, I think what we're called to is to create a different vocabulary for talking about accountability, for talking about what we mean by a stakeholder. Is there another language that might help us recognize that we are all interconnected, that what the web is, by definition, is the connective tissue that holds the promise of holding together our body politic?